So if you remember, event handlers are actions that can handle events. Remember, events are things that happen. Your user clicks on something, etc., etc. And so what we're going to do in this video is write our own custom event handlers. I'm going to use the same script from the last video, and we're going to just kind of add to it to create our own custom event handler. And so just to recap, I have an instance named MC_stick and a layer called actions, and if you go to the actions in that layer, we created a method called spin here, and it makes the object rotate 20 degrees, and then we're executing it right here. Right, before we do anything else, I'm going to press enter a few times, and we're going to go down a few lines, and in this video we're going to create a custom event handler, and we're going to run this method inside of an event. If that doesn't make any sense, basically what we're going to do is we're going to say when your user rolls over this movie clip and clicks the button, or clicks on the movie clip, it's going to execute the method spin. Alright, now I'm going to type MC_stick. Okay, you write a custom event handler just like you write a custom method or whatever. You type the object name first, then a dot. And now what we're going to do is type on release with a capital R. Notice that it turns blue after you type in release and slash video. I added a second layer, action, or when you click and release on this movie clip, then this, whatever we type in, will execute. Let's type a space equals space, and we're just going to do the same thing. Function, open and close parenthesis, colon, void. By the end of all these videos, you might get sick of typing this, so just get used to typing that in because we're going to be using it a lot. Now press enter a few times to go down to the next line. Type an open curly brace or open bracket. Enter again. Close bracket. Up arrow. Enter. So now I'm between the two brackets, and that's where we're going to put what happens when you release the mouse button on the movie clip. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the execution method line. Remember this line here, MC_stick.spin. Remember that executes that method. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that, I'm going to just click and drag that in between these two curly braces. Now once we have this text inside of our onRelease event handler, it'll execute when we release the mouse button on our movie clip. Notice that he's straight. If I roll over, see that the mouse turns into a hand, click the button, and he rotates. I can click him again, and he rotates over and over again. Oh man, this is fun. Woo! Yeah! Okay, I'm going to close that window. Okay, so basically, to create a custom event handler, you just type in the name of your object and then the event. You're probably wondering, okay, how do I know what events I can use on release? How do I know that that's an event? Well, if you're going to use movie clips, what you can do is create a... don't type what I'm typing now, but just watch for a second. So I'm going to type var MC_stick colon movie clip. Semicolon. Okay, and now I've created a variable, and I've told Flash basically that MC_stick is a movie clip. And so if I type MC_stick and then a dot, I'll get this big list of stuff. So if I type the word on, that'll kind of get me to the event handler section. The event handlers just start with the word on. Good way to remember that. So once you type on, the code hinting will come up and you'll be able to tell what code you can use. So this little menu comes up and I'm going to click down. So there's on data, on drag out, drag over, enter frame, key down, key up, kill focus, on load. All this stuff. There's our release, there's roll out, roll over, etc., etc. So that's how you find out. And if you want to know what all those things do, just look in the help menu, search for event handlers. Movie clip event handlers. And you can find all the information you want about that. So I'm just going to type in release again. Let's make it look nice and pretty. And so that's how you create custom event handlers. You type the object name, dot, event name, and then the rest of it's just like a regular function. And so there's how you create your own custom event handlers. Not too bad, was it? And again, just like these last few exercises, this is like not the super best example of a practical application, but again, the practical applications are a little bit more complex, so I just want you to understand how to do it so when we do it later, it'll make perfect sense.